They flash the smiles, roll out the designer fits, and then someone drops a rumor, and with it the whole story explodes. Bahati and Diana aren't just a celebrity couple. They're a live wire in Kenya's attention economy. Gospel-turned-pop star, social media queen, Netflix reality protagonists, political hopeful, and a family whose every step plays out in public. Some call them optics experts who monetize intimacy. Others call them chaotic and exhausting. The truth sits in between. A survival story that traded private trouble for public theater and turned both into a brand. Kevin Mbuvi Kioko, Bahati, is one of those Kenyan stories that folds hardship into hustle. Raised in and around Mathare after losing his mother, Bahati spent formative years in an orphanage and school music festivals before his voice and story found a national audience. He broke through in the early 2010s with gospel singles that read like testimony. The song Mama became an earworm, and later the Marua ZA Bahati project helped cement him as a leading gospel voice. He launched EMB Records, Eastland's most beloved, in 2015 and wrote a string of awards and festival slots that turned him from a street kid trier into a headline act. Over time, though, his sound shifted. Collaborations with secular artists, a growing pop sensibility, and later frank statements about no longer strictly identifying as a gospel musician changed how fans and critics framed him. That arc, from orphanage to gospel darling to mainstream crossover, is essential to understanding why Bahati became a polarizing figure. He carried the credentials of faith, but pursued the reach and money of pop, and that tension has defined much of the coverage around him. Diana Marua didn't arrive as just a celebrity wife. Born Diana Marua Omak, often billed as Diana B., she worked her way into the public eye through a mix of hustle and timing. Early jobs, Pulse profiles note, she worked as an M-Pesa agent and studied marketing, then a visible social media presence that married motherhood, fashion, and a brash, confident persona. She met Bahati in 2014. Reports say began online, and the two quickly became a content power couple. Diana leveraged the relationship into a media career, vlogs, brand work, music. She has tried rap, and ultimately her own huge YouTube presence. In early 2024, she crossed a major milestone, joining the exclusive club of Kenyan creators with over 1 million YouTube subscribers, a signal that she's more than a supporting cast. She's a standalone media property, where Bahati is the musician whose backstory gives him narrative weight. Diana is the content operator who learned to convert family life into scalable audience attention. Their family is both sincere and a strategic asset, and the line between the two has often been blurry in public perception. Together, Bahati and Diana have 3 children. Heaven, born February 14, 2018, Majesty, August 2019, and Malaika, born November 1, 2022. Bahati is also father to Mweni, his daughter from a previous relationship with Yvette Abura, and the couple famously adopted Morgan from the very children's home Bahati grew up in. Those facts matter because the family narrative is part charity, part brand storytelling. Bahati's adoption of Morgan was framed as giving back. Later legal limits and practicalities forced him to return some foster children to institutions, a decision he has publicly discussed as painful. Public spats over Mweni's visibility, the role of Yvette Abura, and who's in or out of the household have generated headlines and divided fans, again showing how family life here is both real and consumable. When Diana has spoken about pregnancy scares, marital strain, or walking out on Bahati, it's not just tabloid copy. Those moments became plot points on their reality show and social feeds. The blended family reality they present is raw, intimate, and sometimes combustible, and that intimacy is a major reason the public stays invested. If you want to see how 21st century fame functions in Kenya, look at the Bahati Empire, the reality series that premiered on Netflix in 2024 and turned the Bahati home into a global product. The show follows the couple through parenting, rumors of infidelity, business deals, and party scenes, a constructed docusoap that sells spectacle. Bahati revealed publicly that he invested heavily, reporting put the first season budget in the multiple millions of shillings into production values, and the trailer and episodes position them as Nairobi's aspirational family. High fashion, glossy sets, and celebrity friends. Diana's own YouTube channel and social cross-posts amplified the series, converting viewers into subscribers and sponsors. The payoff is twofold. Cultural cachet, a Kenyan family on Netflix, is symbolic, and monetization, brands courting them, bookings, ad money. But with distribution comes scrutiny. Any on-screen argument becomes both an entertainment beat and a reputational risk. Netflix gave the Bahatis a global stage, and the couple treated intimacy and scandal like content strategy. They've turned major life events into national moments. Proposals, anniversaries, and repeatedly announced wedding dates. They confirmed an October wedding in 2025 after postponements. Play like serialized episodes. But those celebratory headlines sit beside recurrent scandals. Infidelity rumors, public walkouts. Diana herself has at times said she left the marriage briefly, and the sometimes public friction with Bahati's exes have fed tabloids for years. The couple's politics also complicate things. Bahati's 2022 bid for Mathare MP made him a household political name, and critics use both his music choices and family controversies to question his suitability for office. The cycle is predictable. A romantic gesture goes viral. A troll resurfaces a past clip. An influencer commentary page spins it up, and soon the couple are navigating legal notices or brand entanglements. They have learned to weaponize spectacle, minting attention through theatrics, but the cost is real. Reputational churn, fickle sponsors, and a public that sometimes confuses stage drama for private truth. Neither of them relies solely on one income line. Bahati's EMB Records, once a central studio project, had highs and then challenges. He later closed it, citing frustrations. Diana expanded into influencer partnerships, product tie-ins, and content monetization. Her channel and brand deals put her among Kenya's top earners in the creator economy. They've also used their house, lifestyle drops, and event appearances as commercial levers. Weddings, album launches, and the Netflix production became revenue events, not just family milestones. This diversification is strategic. Music sales, streaming, YouTube AdSense, sponsorships, and appearances are split across a couple of high-visibility assets, reducing dependence on any single ebbing trend. Yet diversification only works if operations are professional. Some critics say the Bahatis have prioritized spectacle over sustainable business structures. Still, as a case study, they show modern African entertainment's path. Fame first, then systems, sometimes messy, but often lucrative. For every congratulations they get, there's a smear or a conspiracy. Online judges have accused them of manufacturing narratives for views. Other celebrities have publicly clashed with them. Brand partners have sometimes wavered. Yet the Bahatis have proven stubbornly resilient. They answer headlines with bigger headlines, a luxury giveaway, a well-staged apology, a heartwarming family video. Diana's handling of harassment and her pivot to content that highlights entrepreneurship and parenting widen her audience beyond gossip-hungry feeds. Bahati's occasional returns to gospel-themed material and public claims that he remains a major gospel voice despite crossover moves are as much about market positioning as faith. Their PR playbook is simple. Control the story, monetize every angle, and, when necessary, reframe controversies as chapters rather than endings. That tactic keeps them in the conversation. And in Kenya's case, conversation is currency. A decade from now, what will people say about Bahati and Diana? They'll be remembered for making family life a consumable product, and for doing it first at a scale many Kenyan creators didn't imagine. Reality TV, million-subscriber YouTube channels, and a Netflix slot. They normalized the monetization of intimacy for an entire generation of Kenyan creators, for better and worse. They also revealed the structural gaps in influencer economies, how fame can outpace legal, financial, and ethical frameworks, and how public figures can be both generous philanthropists and polarizing showmen. Their story is still unfolding. A high-budget reality series, a postponed wedding, political talk, and evolving music choices mean the Bahatis remain a studio of public experiments. Whether you love their hustle or roll your eyes at the spectacle, they've trained a national audience to watch closely, and that ability to hold attention may be their most durable legacy. Bahati and Diana live in the age of permanent performance, where family, faith, ambition, and conflict are filmed, edited, and sold back to the public. Their life reads like a modern docu soap. Messy, strategic, sometimes moving, and always clickable. If the Bahatis teach us one thing, it's this. In the creator economy, storytelling is currency, and the most valuable stories are the messy ones that refuse to stop trending.